Loaded. TriMasakari is ready to go. Stand by. You can enlarge the canvas by dragging the bottom right corner. This is a short description of TriMasakari Revision 6, the QB64 and C smooth scrolling file viewer. Highlights: free, uses its own fonts and functions, API independent except OpenGL, no licenses needed. Ergonomic, minimal keystrokes and mouse clicks required, easy on the eyes, wrists. Intrepid, goes where no one dares to look, original approaches taken. Heavy duty, handles huge files, hundreds of gigabytes, on educational laptops with 8 GB RAM. Textual smasher. Uses Gribox BSC, decompression to maintain terabytes of corpora, just with a keystroke and mouse click. GUI piper. Follows the OG old gangster style of piping. Allows reusing the resultant files just by starting a new instance of TriMasakari. In order to honor the legendary Toshiba T3200 luggable laptop, owned one, here comes TriMasakari with its Amber Plasma theme. In the package, LF-EXE binaries are included, full source code as well. TriMasakari is in 100% free smooth scroll file walker for Windows Linux, and Mac, no binary in here though. The target, developed on also computer, was ThinkPad 11e 5th Gen, a super scamp, a la Supertramp, called Jujetto, a poor people laptop with 1366x 768 LQ display. Celeron N 4100, 4 cores, at 2.4 GHz, Gemini Lake, UHD graphics 600, 8 GB DDR4 RAM, NVMe, SSD 2 TB. Love this machinette. The central idea is to have a simplistic, regarding GUI and super low memory footprint, sidekick allowing viewing a given file in 4 modes. Wrap, actually truncated to a fixed length. Mode #1, ASCII field, its hex equivalent field, the offset from the start field. Wrap, actually truncated to a fixed length mode. #2, widened ASCII field, the offset from the start field. Raw mode, showing logical lines as physical ones, that is, each screen line is a CRLF line that is non-wrapped and non-truncated. Folder mode, if clipboard or command line houses path. Showing 3 sections. First, the tree structure, in pseudo-graph form, of the given folder and its subfolders. Second, listing of all files recursively taken, prefixed by their file size and path. Third, statistics, for the drive housing the given folder. Since R5+++, the English word behind mouse cursor, is highlighted and ready for search with one key, either double right shift or F3, but you must be in search mode, that is, inverse line has to be active. The most ergonomic way, due to the constantly resting palms, known to me is 1. Click mouse button 3, or press Enter. 2. Position mouse cursor over the English word. 3. Use double right shift or F3 as long as you want. Usually these two, Mouse trackpad plus keyboard hand layouts are in use, with trackpad with a decent button 3, left hand clicking mouse button 3 and pointing while right hand pressing double right shift, with trackpad without a decent button 3, right hand pressing enter while left hand pointing and right hand pressing double right shift, with mouse, right hand clicking mouse button 3 and pointing while left hand pressing F3. Since R5 Plus trailing line behind the mouse cursor was added, it is brick reddish, also a gray box, size of a character, is immediately under the mouse cursor. Since R5, MagScope, magnifying glass, was added, also after the successful compression-decompression, an agent visually confirms it. Since R4 Plus, the ASCII code page is GESH, aka Spitz. In the package, there is a console tool converter, UTF-8 Togesh, invocable from TriMasakari. Graphemes of GESH code page allow browsing German/Italian/French/Spanish/Bulgarian and its dialect Russian P under ASCII. Switching between the two wrap modes happens with backspace. Switching between any of the wrap modes and raw mode happens with double left shift or right mouse button. A quick question. How do you read the environment, that is, surrounding text, of a found needle into a haystack? In other words, with assistance of what tool editor do you read the paragraphs within? For example, Wikipedia XML dump, currently a single file 90 plus GB in size, containing the search pattern metal fatigue. As lacking as it may sound, the reality is there is no proper tool giving the context, the environment, of the found needle's patterns. The mere reporting of line numbers or the logical lines where the needle's patterns are found is not enough. Many times one wants to explore what is around them. Quick keyboard input. Use Escape to exit. Use Alt plus Enter or double left Alt to toggle full screen window mode. Use double left Control to get basic statistics for the current file, as number of lines, words, and some more also creates wrapped version of the file being viewed, ready to be viewed in another instance of TriMasakari. Use double left shift to toggle wrap raw mode. Wrap is a forced one that is a truncator, whereas raw shows logical lines as physical lines. Use backspace to toggle short wide text field. Use home/end/page-up/page down for going to top end of file. Use left-right to select a preset color out of 256. Use up-down to smooth scroll one line. Use spacebar to run, pause automatic smooth scroll downwards. Use Control plus up/down to set brightness for current color. Use F to change font. Use Enter to toggle inverse line, auto hidden when the page is scrolled. When active, then search sequence is allowed. Use / that is E, when inverse line is active to enter editing current line mode. The resultant string is the needle that is the search pattern. Use right shift release to start searching. Use Z, X, C for 2X, 3X, 4X MagScope, magnifying glass. At the moment, this is only in raw mode and folder mode. Use F3, release, or double right shift when inverse line is active to start searching from the line below the inverse line in wildcard case insensitive mode, asterisk, and hash wildcards allowed. The hit could span 2 lines, that is, there will be no hit misses. Could be escaped cancelled, though. Use left shift plus up-down to rough scroll one line in wrap mode. If mouse pointer is within last 17 columns, then a vertical scroll bar, unclickable yet, appears. Use left shift plus F5/F6 to increase the frame delay. Controls scroll speed when 0 fastest. In MS, use shift plus F3 when inverse line is active to search from the line below the inverse line the needle non-interactively, same as F3. Release, or double right shift, but finds all the hits below the inverse line. Could be escaped, cancelled though. Use curl plus F3, external exact wildcard search when inverse line is active, to search the needle non-interactively with Kazahana, finds the number of all the lines with a hit, or hits. The cool thing is that all the resultant hits are dumped to kazahana.txt, and its path file name is put into clipboard, thus ready for launching a new instance of TriMasakari. Use Alt plus F3, external fuzzy search when inverse line is active, to search the needle non-interactively with Kazahana, finds the number of all the lines with a hit or hits. The cool thing is that all the resultant hits are dumped to kazahana.txt, and its path file name is put into clipboard, thus ready for launching a new instance of TriMasakari. Use double right alt to toggle no retrace flag. When 0, which is default, scroll speed is almost constant, approximately 29 FPS. When 1, then scroll is much, 10x faster. Warning: in R4+++, actually in Kazahana, there is a problem with patterns 4 in length for exact mode, since Railgun needs 4 patterns, should add Railgun_doublet to handle this case, should be addressed. Quick mouse input. Use left button click to underscore the line under the pointer. Use Linux only still in raw mode when input is path instead of file. Left shift plus left button click to decompress the file under the pointer. Use left control plus left button click to draw vertical line under the pointer. Use right button release to toggle wrap raw mode. Wrap is a forced one that is a truncator, whereas raw shows logical lines as physical lines, same as double left shift. Use up-down wheel to smooth scroll one line, same as up-down. Use left shift plus up-down wheel to rough scroll one line. Use mouse button #3 to toggle inverse line, auto hidden when the page is scrolled. When active, then search sequence is allowed, same as enter. Since R5+, hoverbar was added, featuring home end pgup pgdn smooth-up smooth-deen via left mouse button. It shows up when mouse cursor is positioned at first 0.16 pixels. Quick notes. Note #0, resizable, at runtime window. For example, it allows your own 4K, aka UHD, aka QFHD canvas, with size up to 2x236 columns x 2x29 rows. Note #1, both command line parameter and I drag and drop a file over the icon launcher have precedence over clipboard method, note #2, of accepting. Note #2, if the clipboard houses a valid path file name, it will be shown. The file being shown can be terabytes in size. The scroll needs only a frame. Note #3. There is a bug that is a feature. Change the color, for example, with 2 right arrows to #044 and scroll with inversed line in order to highlight desired lines. The bug of not refreshing the whole page comes in handy. Note #4. Running without a valid path file name in the clipboard, the tool runs as a color scroll benchmark in HD mode. Note #5. If, for example, you press Ctrl+C in Kaja Crusader, Linux, Fedora, on selected file folder, the full path to that file folder goes to clipboard, then just run TriMasakari. It will show the content of this file folder in streaming mode. Note #6. The main feature is the easy on the eyes line-by-line smooth scroll on Celeron N4100 CPU. The scroll speed is 316 FPS for 170 CX21L. Just press spacebar to run pause scrolling, handy to place your palm resting before the laptop touchpad. Note #7. With the cheapest, palest HD screens, the default 8EX32 font is a candy to the eyes. On fancy wide-angle screens, it is possible to tilt the screen to 45 degrees without straining your eyes. The slenderness of font compensates. Note #8. In next revisions, we'll add searchability, taken from my Derwalker tool. The idea is to browse Wikipedia XML dump, EZ. Note #9. Currently, TriMasakari is aware of 7 modes. 1. 1366 x 768 HD ready. 2. 768 x 1366, rotated HD ready. 3. 1280 x 1024, Super XGA. 4. 1920 x 1080, FHD. 5. 1080 x 1920, rotated FHD. 6. 2 x 1920 x 2 x 1080, UHD QFHD 4K. 7. 2x 1080 x 2 x 1920, rotated UHD QFHD 4K. Note #A. Every 2 minutes a power-saving mode is activated. It is meant to save laptop's battery. A known issue is the delayed powering up via a mouse wheel click. Keyboard is okay though. Note #B. In RR5++ trailing line, behind mouse cursor, was added to RAW mode as well. Also, the full path with spaces is handled wrongly. Bug was fixed. Note #C. In R5+++, in wrap mode when mouse cursor is over an English letters word, it is painted as dark brickish inversed word. Also, at right, the expanded unwrapped word is printed as highlighted strike through when familiar unfamiliar to Masakari barred word list. This spellcheck 1 gram list is 319,649 words strong. Note #D. In R5+++, in wrap mode, use double tab over dark brickish inversed word in order to create the pagoda tree structure order 5 for that word. Note #E in R5+++. In wrap mode, use double right control in order to simulate animate moving mouse cursor over each pixel, located at bottom of each character. The walkthrough is from left to right and from top to bottom. Kinda experimental. Note #F. In R6, in wrap mode, use F12. External fuzzy search within the English word list for the viewed file. For the highlighted word, under the mouse cursor, finds all the lines with a hit. The cool thing is that all the resultant hits are dumped to kazahana.axt and its path file name is put into clipboard, thus ready for launching a new instance of TriMasakari. Fuzzy search, in fact, is Levenstein length off needle 04, that is edit_distance 304 equals sign 0 for needle 3 bytes long, or 504 equals sign 1 for modes. For example, the needle modes will have 2 fuzzy matches, modes mode, in this file, since 1 deletion is allowed. Question. What is pagoda? Answer. It is a text file consisting of concatenated and properly padded monograms, digrams, trigrams, tetragrams, pentagrams for a given word. Speaking of pagoda order 5, which currently is built. In order to get what pagoda tree structure is all about, look up next files located in txt's/folder, subproject_shish, PDF and subproject_shish_footer, PDF, GW_R1+++_4gramming A_balloon, PNG, GW_R1+++_4gramming B_balloon, PNG, and GW_R1+++_4gramming C_balloon, PNG. First, subproject Pagoda, aka Shish, aka Shin Bashira, heart pillar of my main textual madness project Gamera, is based on, or rather built of, xgrams. This unique structure looks like this. Above on Pagoda is of order 5, that is, it houses all 1 grams, 2 grams, 3 grams, 4 grams, 5 grams with central beam, word being on. This is the Shin Bashira. All words have their own pagodas when, as here, question. What is pagoda? Answer. It is a text file consisting of concatenated and properly padded monograms, digrams, trigrams, tetragrams, pentagrams for a given word. Speaking of pagoda order 5, which currently is built. In order to get what pagoda tree structure is all about, look up next files located in txt's/folder, subproject_shish, PDF and subproject_shish_footer, PDF, GW underscore R1 underscore 4 gramming A underscore balloon, PNG, GW underscore R1 underscore 4 gramming B underscore balloon, PNG, and GW underscore R1 underscore 4 gramming C underscore balloon, PNG. First, subproject Pagoda, aka Shish, aka Shin Bashira, heart pillar of my main textual madness project Gamera, is based on, or rather built of, X-grams. This unique structure looks like this. Above on Pagoda is of order 5, that is, it houses all 1 grams, 2 grams, 3 grams, 4 grams, 5 grams with central beam, word being on. This is the Shin Bashira. All words have their own pagodas when, as here, the pagoda is 5 tiers high. Then the subtiers are 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equal sign 5 asterisk 1 plus 5 slash 2 equal sign 15 as it follows. First tier, the pagoda word. Second tier, a 2 gram with 1 word at the right. Above on pagoda is of order 5, that is, it houses all 1 grams, 2 grams, 3 grams, 4 grams, 5 grams with central beam, word being on. This is the Shin Bashira. All words have their own pagodas when, as here, the pagoda is 5 tiers high. Then the subtiers are 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equal sign 5 asterisk 1 plus 5 slash 2 equal sign 15 as it follows. First tier, the pagoda word. Second tier, a 2 gram with 1 word at the right. Third tier, a 2 gram with 1 word at the left. Fourth tier, a 3 gram with 2 words at the right. Fifth tier, a 3 gram with 1 word at both sides. Sixth tier, a 3 gram with 2 words at the left. Also, the numbers are the occurrences. They are sorted in descending order. For big texts, the structure is usually millions of lines high. Question: how do we view a wrapped version of the file being viewed currently? Answer: since revision 4, pressing double left control in wrap mode will create a file with the same name but also postfixed with the number of columns defining the wrapping. If the wrapped file misses some lines, due to their unwrappability, then Zenless Zone 0 Nicole is talking screaming in Japanese, P. In essence, the whole process is in 2 steps, the first already mentioned, the second running another instance of TriMasakari. The clipboard is set with the wrapped path file name. Question: can you easily reuse the results from searching with Ctrl plus F3 and Alt plus F3? Answer: yes, the resultant file is ready for viewing with starting a new instance of TriMasakari. Its path name is put into clipboard. Since the file name is tagged, that is, contains the current date and time, this allows infinite nesting, that is, searching within results. It is a kind of GUI pipe.